Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Captain, urgent news from the General.
Why not really blow it up, Captain?
Captain Claw, embarking into hostile environment. I'm getting her off, she's hot, Captain.
Captain.
No, Captain. They're alive.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. This is your captain speaking, and we are not at our house. We are at my wife's parents' place, and yeah, we're here today. We'll be back in the studio, my small game room, on Thursday. But we've got a banger of an episode because this is my 100th video, 100 videos. So decided to do the top 100. It is top 100. The top 100 reasons why I love Unmatched. And when I set out to make this video, I actually thought it was going to be a lot harder to come up with 100 different reasons besides just like listing this fighter and 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 this fighter. And it actually just sort of flowed out. And I actually hit 100 and was going over it, so I had to go and erase some. So that was interesting. I did not rank these. These are not it's not a ranked list. It's not an actual tier list. But it is still technically Tier List Tuesdays. This is still a top 100. So you will have all the 100 reasons why I love it. But there's not an order. I started to do that as well. I started to rank them, and there was no way I could do that. Like, first off, 100 different things and ranking them, it would have been insane. But they're all just so even. It's like this thing and this thing and this thing and this thing, and like 20 things are like, yeah, those are all reasons why I love Unmatched. So that out of the way, first off, let's go to my crockpots. We have Bromantic, Greg's, Lasinski, 619 Sports, Chick Charney, O-Town, Check Out for Smash, and Matt Rod. Thank you guys so much for your support. And again, this is a Tier List Tuesdays. So
If you ain't first, you're last.
He chose one.
Not as bad as you think.
Yeah, it's worse.
You know, that's just like your opinion, man.
Well, I don't really like it, but I thought you might like it. It's the best. Love it.
All the way to the top 10.
Best for everyone or best for you?
You have chosen wisely.
okay, so here we go, guys. We're gonna get right into it. It's gonna be a short one today. There's no special effects. Nothing's going crazy. The top 100 reasons why I love Unmatched. I'm very curious about the ones you guys agree with. Okay, if you agree with it, let me know. And if you don't, let me know. And if I missed something that was like so obvious, let me know as well. What did I miss that you're like, man, how could you not love, like, this is such an obvious one. So I'm going to read them off in the order that I wrote them in. Just a stream of consciousness. I was like, boom, 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 just this sort of trailed off. So here we go. Number one is community. The Unmatched community is and has been one of the best, is the best gaming community I've been a part of. And just everybody's friendly, everybody's nice, everybody's like on the same page. We're all here to support each other. Like, we get excited when winners win and when non-winners win and when people just play and have fun. Like, there's just a lot of support overall in the community. So I'm just a big fan of it, and specifically from the Discord, from tournaments, team league, ladders, all that stuff. It's just been a great community, and everybody wants to. Like, if you come in from not playing Unmatched and you just get right into you're like, where do I start? People will help you out, right? They're gonna help you in the Facebook pages, on the Reddit pages, YouTube pages, whatever. Like, they'll get you plugged in. When you get to the Discord, they're gonna help you out. They're gonna help you with your TTS assets and whatnot. Like, it's just a very, very welcoming community, and yeah, that's one of my reasons. That's the number one reason I will say, because it's the first one. That's my number one reason. My second reason, strategic decisions. In Unmatched, you continually have to make strategic decisions all the time, constantly, all through the game. You are making strategic decisions. What card do I play? What cards do I not play? Where am I going to go? Positioning, all these. There's just so many different things, and it all boils down to strategic decisions. I'm going to break that down further. Of course, there's some other things I like in that, but that's just one of the first things I think of when I'm like, that is one of the reasons why I love Unmatched, is that you are continually being strategic. The big moments. That's number 3. Big moments. Unmatched is full of big moments. Undefended hits, or I don't know, top decking the card. Like, there's just so many of these huge moments that happen where that are like, that you can celebrate, that you get excited about. Maybe your opponent gets excited about, even because it's so epic. And yeah, I don't want to go too, again, going to break that down. But the big moments are huge. All right, so positioning decisions. This is number 4. I'm going to stop numbering them at some point because I'm going to lose track. But positioning decisions, I love Unmatched because of positioning. It takes the game from just like, because we played in the phone booth, and that's one thing, right? But when you take out the positioning, it's not Unmatched anymore. It's almost like it's an entirely different thing. It's just like playing a game of cards. But with the positioning, that's why you have the minis, that's why you have the boards, that's why you have all that stuff. And it's what separates like good from great, is positioning well. Should I keep going? Number 5? Number 5, baiting out big defense. The feeling of dropping a regroup, of attacking, right? And you have convinced your opponent that it's going to be the biggest attack you've ever thrown in your life. And it's a regroup, and they throw their 5 value defense, or their, we take no damage here on this turn, or, feinting it, or whatever it is, baiting out those big defenses. It always feels so good as the attacker, and it feels sort of bad as the defender, because you're like, man, I just got, but you also respect it. It's such a good moment. So baiting out big defenses, and then likewise baiting out big attacks. You can bait out big attacks. People are like, well, how can you do that? You're not throwing a card first. One of the ways that you can bait out big attacks is, I've got a low hand count. Maybe I've only got 1 card or 2 cards. I'm gonna maneuver, and then you like boost away into the corner as far away as you can. You start counting, their steps maybe on like in front of you. Like, they're like, okay, they got nothing. They're so scared. They sell out everything. They boost with one of their big powerful cards, because they're like, this is the last attack of the game. And then sure enough, you actually have the card that you need to win, or to not die. And then it totally shifts the momentum. That's so much fun, baiting out big attacks. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? Yeah, look. I'm talking to the video. You want to sit here and watch? You want to come? I'm doing a video. Look at that. That's you. All right, guys. So number, whatever. We're done with the numbers. Can't do that anymore. All right. So baiting out big attacks. Next thing I have on here is Summer of Legends. Summer of Legends is super fun. It's just a great tournament, and it happens in the summer, and it is the Band Quest format tournament that we have. So it's unique, and the excitement of it coming, and then the excitement of signing up, getting signed up because you like were there within the first couple seconds, is huge. And like you set alarms for it. It's a big moment in the Unmatched community, in the Unmatched competitive scene, and then, man, if you can make it out of your bracket, it just feels so good. And then getting through and like trying to get to that top 16, trying to get to that top 8, top 4, just really exciting. So Seoul, and then the next one is Winter of Champions. Seoul is in the summer, Winter's in the winter, and Winter of Champions is. Oh, okay. Love you, buddy. Go have fun. Winter of Champions is, currently it's the Arsenal. We change it every once in a while, but it's the Arsenal format that we play with, and that tournament, it's the same thing, that same hype, same excitement for a tourney, but it's the big one in the winter. And it's cool having 2 big tournaments each year, because with those big tournaments, like, it just gives you that. It just makes it more real, makes it more like, it feels professional, if that makes sense. It feels like okay, we're taking the next step in our Unmatched gaming, and watching it, even if you don't make it. If you don't make it in the, if you don't make it into the tournament even, or if you don't make it out of your bracket, watching the games at that high level play is so fun. The commentary is always great, and actually I'm gonna get there, but Winter of Champions. Next thing, Team League. So we had the 2 tournaments, and now we got Team League. And Team League is actually starting back up right now. And when it is, it's just so interesting. It's very unique. It is the casual, yet slightly competitive, and I don't know how to describe it. It's like if you took college football and then but made it unmatched. Okay, that's what it's becoming, and it's cool because we're like, our teams are becoming more consistent now, and we have our own jerseys, if you will. We almost have jerseys where, like, with our names and with our logos, and we're building up rivalries, and we're now getting to like having different divisions. So it's becoming really fun, and I could see this thing going on it could go on forever, with the teams and the different, like, we're talking about, like, we're doing relegation, like, if you watch soccer or Ted Lasso, like I do, there's you have like different divisions of soccer. Like, so we have different divisions of Unmatched. We're gonna have Division 1, 2, and 3 or something, and then the best team from this one, or maybe top 2, gonna go move up, and then the worst 2 move down, and then that same kind of thing. It's gonna be, that's where we're headed, and it's currently still really fun, and I'm the captain for my team, the Average Joes. Cheer us on, guys. And we did really well last year. We did surprisingly well last year. So, Team League, it takes up a lot of time, but it is very, very, very fun. And then obviously next up would be ladder. If you're following my train of consciousness, ladders are also great. Ladder was like one of the first things. It's the casual monthly thing that we do, and you're trying to go from bronze to get to hero, or to get to legend. I mean, and so it's a fun way to play Unmatched in a casual format where you have set fighters and you have set maps, and the new format of ladder is definitely the best format of ladder, and so a big fan of that. I do have, like, I want something to change, because there are some guys that, man, they get into the ladder each month, and they will crank out 60 games in the first like 5 days, and like, I haven't played my first game of this month's ladder. This is like the last day of the month. I haven't played one game yet, and I want to. I'm really excited about playing it, but I just haven't had a chance to. So there are some people that just grind out in the first 5 days. They hit legend, and then they're just battling each other in legend. So format needs tweaked a little bit, but it is really fun. Definitely recommend it. And it's fun, even if you know you can't even make the top of the top. It is fun to just play the ladder fighters. Otan and I do that all the time. We'll just play the ladder fighters for fun. So yeah, ladder. The next thing, this is a big one. It's a global game. That is one of the very unique things about Unmatched, and just in board gaming. So, like, I go to board game conventions. I go to Dice Tower Con. That's like the big one that I go to. Not too expensive, and it just lines up go with my friends, and it's pretty much exclusively, just feels exclusively American, I would say. And I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I don't hang out very often with people not from America. It's just not something that happens. In Unmatched, you are constantly playing with somebody from another country when you're on the Discord specifically. So there's a huge, like, America might be like, I don't know, 50 or like 40 to 50% of the community on the Discord. It's like the global spread is growing and growing and growing and growing, which is so cool. And so that's just it's a very unique thing, I think, for a board game community to have that, and it's awesome. There are some really good countries out there at Unmatched, and so that's really fun. And Team League's one of those things. There's certain modes where you can have like that, like World Cup feel. I'm excited to have a World Cup Unmatched. That needs to happen. Okay, that needs to happen. But we're definitely going to have that at some point, where we have like, here's the USA team and here's the Russian team and like that kind of stuff. Like, it's going to be awesome. But that we already have that in a lot of different ways. So it's a global game. All right. Next thing, train of consciousness, just going through things, and I was just like bouncing around. Card back art. So the card backs are it's just something I love about Unmatched. The fact that they could have just put the Unmatched logo on the back of the cards, and that would have been fine. But they didn't. They decided to give each character their own unique artwork based around their character, and to like summarize their character in a nutshell and then put it into a card back. And each set has a different style and different theming of what their card backs are. And there's just a lot of attention to detail there. There's a lot of care and intentionality, and they look great. So the card back, card art, non-backs. That's my next one. The card art in Unmatched is top level of board game art, board game design. And I'm a big sucker for good art, man. Big sucker for good art. The newest set coming out is going to be absolutely glorious. And the sets that have come out already, like, guys, they're so good. And Restoration Games cares. They have put a premium on good art, and that just shows in set after set after set after set after set of just high quality artwork. Thematic references. So that's my next one, is thematic references. This is like when you play the character and you just feel like you're playing that fighter because of whatever thematic references, like the titles of the cards. That's a big one where you're like, oh, this is cool. The name of this card makes sense for this fighter. And visually this looks like this. Like, there's just a lot of things that make the character come to life. And that's another reason why I love Unmatched. The minis. This game would be very, very good. It would be great. It would still be a great game without minis. This game becomes the best game ever because of the minis, I would say. There's nothing like when you just look at the minis, guys, they are glorious. They are beautiful. And there's nothing like them. There's nothing like them. I mean, they have a nice wash on them already, but I get mine painted, of course. The minis in Unmatched make the game, to take it to that next level. It's that tactile thing that you can move around the board. And then not having minis for all the fighters is also a really cool idea. It makes those heroes stand out because they should stand out. So the next thing, the reason why I love Unmatched is there are so many maps. Each map, each set, everything that you get, it all adds to the playability, right? Replayability. And there are so many maps now that we can play. You could play for, like, it's like, where do you want to go? Well, let's think about this. And it could take a while to decide because you have so many choices. And each map feels different. Each map has a unique, it's bringing something different to the table. And that is just, it's a blast. It's a blast to have so many different maps. Another reason why I love Unmatched is maps with tokens. So breaking down the maps a little more. Maps with tokens. I'm a big fan of the token maps. It just takes that strategic positioning, strategic decisions, all that stuff. It takes that and then it moves it up an entire notch. And it's just very different. You don't have to play with, like, if all the maps had tokens, that might be annoying. Or if none of the maps had tokens, you would never know. We wouldn't know about tokens. The fact that some maps have tokens and some maps don't, and then some maps have, other things like that is, it's just a great option to have when you're playing Unmatched. Maps with gimmicks. So I'm talking about Baskerville, Solomon's Mine, and Raptor Paddock specifically. If there's another gimmick that you know of, let me know. But those are great maps, and again, they offer this like really unique way that you're gonna have to play the game. It just gives you the way that you're playing the game. It's gonna change based on what map you're on, and that slight, just the way you have to approach it is a little different because of the map that you're on. The next one, reason why I love Unmatched. It's easy to learn and hard to master. I don't have to say much more than that, but it is easy to learn and it's hard to master. So I can teach anybody how to play it, and they can enjoy it, and then I can, if they get into it, they can try to start during that mastering journey. But like, it's not like a high barrier of entry, and that's really good to have for a game like this. Okay, so another reason why I love Unmatched, the Jurassic Park intellectual property, or the JPIP. The JPIP is awesome. I'm glad they got it. I'm glad that we got 2 sets from it and 4 fighters from it. And I would have loved more, but it makes sense why we didn't get more. But that's just a mess. It's an awesome thing to have, to be able to play as dinosaurs and to play with dinosaurs in this game. And my nephews and my son appreciate that a lot. The Marvel IP, they went hard on the Marvel IP. It was at the right time, and some people are sick of it, but I'm glad we have it. I'm glad that the Marvel IP is there, and it is one of the reasons why I love Unmatched. You get to play as superheroes in this game, and it's incredible. And just the way they handled it, it was very good. It's just the whole Marvel IP, the way they did, it's good. It's really good. And then public domain sets. I love Unmatched because of the public domain sets, and I think a lot of people love the public domain sets the most, and I'm not sure why that is, but there's just something really cool about them. I think you have a lot of liberty when you're doing the public domain. There's a lot of liberty, and it's going to be like you're taking this thing that's what it is. I think the Restoration Games is taking a character that maybe is not as like defined, like the Marvel fighters are going to be more defined, right? You know exactly what you're going to get, but they can take these public domain characters and like give them a little twist, a little spin, whatever. And it's a lot of fun to play as the public domain fighters. And then the real historical sets, that's another reason I love Unmatched. It is fun to play as a real person. It's weird. It's fun to put Bruce Lee against, Doctor Strange or whatever, right? Like, to have Houdini go against blah, blah, blah. These are real people, and it adds an interesting element thematically to when you're playing Unmatched and when you're choosing your fighters. It also gives, it's like, hey, what do you want? Do you want to be a dinosaur? Do you want to be a real person? Do you want to be a legend or a myth? Do you want to be a superhero? Like, when you're choosing what you want to play as, just that theme alone, just of who am I going to play as, is a big selling point for people that are coming into Unmatched. I love Unmatched. Another reason is I get to play with friends in person. So I love getting to play Unmatched in person. In person is my favorite way to play. It is the most personal, of course, and it's the most tactile. You're moving your guys around. You get to do. I don't know if this is the reason I have later on, but you get to like bluff, and you get to like make them think certain things based on how you move and how you talk and how you say things, like, the way you finish your like, I'll attack you with my first action. Like, if that's your second action, or like my second action, I'll attack you with my second action. Like, certain things you can do to set up and like play the mind games more so than just virtually. And yeah, it's great. Playing in person is incredible. Another reason why I love Unmatched, Captain's Logs. I really enjoy getting to sit down and talk with O-Town about Unmatched. And we get to theorize. We get to discuss the newest sets, or discuss some strategy or whatever. Like, it's been so fun doing the Captain's Logs. I think we've done 10 of them now, and we'll of course continue doing that in the future. But that's the reason why I love Unmatched. Another reason is all of my future stream ideas. I spent last night making a couple intro videos and a couple different things. I've got some guys. We got some fun stuff down the pipeline. Really excited about it. Courtney, my wife, on the channel, she will be known as the Reluctant Wife. That's what she wants to be known as, because she does not want to play Unmatched, but she will reluctantly play Unmatched. So she'll be the Reluctant Wife. And we have a series coming out. It's going to be called Closing the Gap. And we're going to be playing that. Our first one's going to be 2 Thursdays from now. So not this Thursday, but the next one. I believe is what she put in her calendar. I was like, Courtney, we got to get you on the stream. I've been trying forever, guys, for a year to get her on stream. She's finally going to get on stream. So we're going to unveil that new series. It's going to be really fun. I'm saying unveil. It'll be live, so you'll see it when we shoot it. We haven't done it yet. But yeah, a lot of future ideas, and I'm just super excited about the channel. Getting to play with my nephews is another reason why I love Unmatched. And you can't play every game with your nephews. And a lot of games that your nephews play, you don't want to play. I don't want to play Uno with them, but they like Uno, but I don't want to play with them. I will, as a loving uncle, but I don't want to. Unmatched is a game that I want to play with them, and that they want to play, and they're excited to play it. And do they fully understand the strategies and the depths that I do? No, but do they play it well enough to have fun? Yeah, and it's fun to teach them things. I played with my I've got 3 nephews, and there's I think it's 6, 5, and 4 or something like that. And I keep telling them, all right, guys, I'll teach you how to play when you're 6. And my 5-year-old nephew just turned 5. He was so excited. I came over there, and the 6-year-old was grounded, as he usually is. And so I played with my 5-year-old nephew, because it was his time, right? I was like, I'm excited to play it. I was like, okay, I'll do it. I'll play with you early. You're not 6 yet, but I'll play with you. And he doesn't understand it, guys, but he had such a good time. He loved it. And I cleaned his clock, guys. But I just messed him up. I was Ingen, and he was Raptors. But you got to learn somewhere. You got to start somewhere, right? And so I was teaching him everything that I could teach him, but he was still he has 2 cards, 1 card. I'm like, all right, would you like to move away to get more cards for defense, or do you want to attack? He's like, I want to attack. I was like, I know you do. So he's just, and no cards. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to attack you now. You have no cards. He's like, oh, I can't do anything. He was like, yeah, you should have gotten cards. So it's fun. It's fun to play with my nephews. That's the reason why I love Unmatched. Relatively quick games. Unmatched, for the amount of game in the amount of time it takes, the amount of fun that you get in that amount of time, it is unmatched. See what I did there? The amount of game in the amount of time is unmatched. It is so good. The amount of fun you have, and the games are relatively quick. You could literally play a 10-minute game. That's not likely. More likely you're looking at 30 minutes to an hour, and you could also play longer than that. Depends on how long you take it with your turns and analysis paralysis, if you're going to allow it or not. But relatively quick games for the kind of game that it is. A huge reason why I love Unmatched is exponentially valuable. So the more you buy, the more you have. You buy 1 set, then you got this much play and fun. If you buy 2 sets, it's not just doubled, it's actually tripled or even quadrupled. And you buy 3 sets, and you're looking at this much fun. And then it is exponential, guys. I guess I could have just done exponentially with the math, but that's whatever. All right. The more sets you have, it becomes literally infinite, the amount of decisions and the amount of choices you can have, and the matchup will never be the same. So huge. Another reason why I love Unmatched, the joy of seeing someone fall in love with the game is really, really awesome. It's one of the best It's like so fun, guys. If you love the game as much as I do, which I believe you do, which is why you're watching this video most likely, the joy of of sharing that, like, man, like guys, I know you're gonna love this game, but you just gotta play it, and you get them to play it, and then they're like, wait a second, like they're like, you see their eyes open up and like, okay, wait a second, this is something special. This is very cool. I can play as this guy and this guy and this guy and this guy, and I can do this and this and this. And you're telling me this IP's in there and these characters, and I can do. Oh, there's a printed 6, and there's a, oh my god, like you can hit for 9 damage, and like just them like to start like to fall in love with it, and like, hey, can I come over and play a match? And they're messaging you, like, guys, it's incredible to have somebody fall in love with it like that. That's another reason why I love it. Another reason why I love Unmatched is for science. That's been a really fun thing. That was one of the first things that got me like thinking I could make an Unmatched channel, because I have this unique thing that I always say, let's do it for science. And I can do this little series. That'll be fun. That'll be a fun little thing. And it has been a very fun series, the For Sciences. And we've learned a lot from the For Sciences together. And just saying, I don't want to wake him up. There's someone sleeping still. Okay. So For Science is another reason why I love Unmatched. Another reason why I love Unmatched are the band quest. Band quest is a great format, and it is unique to the next reason why I love Unmatched, which is Arsenal. So Arsenal and band quest. Band quest is like, I mean, you just have different choices to play, right? There's different ways to play the game, which is a lot of fun. So when you're playing competitively, you can do, if you know Arsenal, if you know Banquist, you love them both, and there's different reasons why you love them. So that's why they're good. Like it's like what flavor do you want? What flavor ice cream do you want? Do you want cookies and cream or cookie dough? I don't know. What am I in the mood for? And then you want to play it. So Arsenal, Banquist, great modes, and they're different just enough that it is exciting. And then like there's other modes too, of course, with like the way that we do Team League and the way that you do different tournaments. Like there's so many modes, the way you can play the game. There's so many good things. This is a huge list, by the way, guys. 100 things is a lot of stuff. So another reason why I love Unmatched, variable player power. So unlike chess, okay, that's a great example. All right, chess is not variable player power. Everybody on the white side can do everybody on the dark side. Like it's the exact same pieces, the exact same moves, and who goes first, who goes second, that's the only difference. So, well, I guess there's more differences if you really care about chess. Like, oh, but if your stuff's on, I don't know. I don't play chess. Unmatched, my fighter and your fighter are entirely different. Completely different. There's only some crossover in the fact that our boost values might be similar and our movement might be the same, and there are some common cards that we might share. Besides that, this is an entirely different game that you're playing, and that's awesome. This is the game that does that the best. I have played Root, and I hate Root with a passion. I love Unmatched, okay? I hate Root, and I love Unmatched. Don't ever ask me to play Root. Do not ever ask me to play Root. Guys, I had a bad experience. All right, 2v2. Another reason why I love Unmatched, 2v2. I don't play it as much, not nearly as much, but when I do play it, it's a blast. It's super casual, super fun, and everybody should try it at least once. You should try it at least once with people. Just try it. It's just fun. 2v2 is a very different game, and I'm glad that you can do it. All right, another reason why I love Unmatched. I have this as a list. You know what? I should have gone back to my. Here's what we're going to do. Because this next one, I don't agree. But I know why I put it there. I put 1v1v1. So 3-player Unmatched. 1v1v1. I don't love 1v1v1. I like that you can do it, though. The fact that you can play 1v1v1 is the reason why I love Unmatched. Now, I don't like to play it, and I wouldn't recommend it. But there are a lot of people that do like it and do recommend it. So to them, they may play that version. I'm sorry, guys. That was the only thing in there that I don't agree with. I had stuff that I got rid of that I loved, and I just never saw that one. So, 3-person tourney. That's how I play 3-player, guys. Okay, that's how it stuck through the radar. My 3-person tourneys. It's great. If you ever have 3 players, this is how you should do it. I've got a video on my channel. You can watch how I play it. And but basically, you've got player A, player B, player C, player. They play, and they play. All right, and you can draft and you can ban and all that stuff, and it'll work great. That's the best way to play 3-person, and it only takes 3 games worth, so about 3 to 4 hours. Okay, 1 to 6 player count. Unmatched is awesome, and I love Unmatched because you can play solo, you can play 2-player, you can play 3-player, you can play 4-player. You can play 6-player. And the best way to play 6-player, if you only have the actual licensed sets, would be to do like Solomon's Mine and Baskerville, and that the doors go everywhere. That's how you play 6-player. It's actually very fun. It's long, okay? It's very long. I would use a timer, but it's very fun, and it's a very different experience. You have, like, it's nuts. Positioning is just a nightmare. So that's really fun. I don't know about 5-player. I've never played 5-player, but of course you could do 5-player. So it's an option. But just the fact that you can do that, guys, from 1 to 6, that's awesome to have a game that can allow that. Another reason why I love Unmatched, my shirts. I love getting shirts. I don't have my shirt. I packed up, guys. I have this Spider-Man like button up. I had it packed up. It was on the hanger, ready to go. And it must just be on my bed. So I don't have my Spider-Man shirt on right now. I was ready to rock the professional. It's a very non-professional shirt, but it looks cool. But I love my shirts, guys. I love like just getting into that character. Like, when you watch a movie when you're younger, especially, like, not as an adult now actually, but when you're younger, you're like, okay, I want to watch this movie. You see a superhero. Like, one of the ones I really distinctly remember was watching Daredevil. I watched Daredevil, and I came out of that movie, the Ben Affleck one, and I'm like, all right, I'm Bullseye now, and I'm like running around like flicking paper clips and like throwing, whatever. You get a little bit of that with my shirt thing. Like, man, I like to suit up, get in that mode. Like, all right, now I am Moon Knight. Now I'm the character. Do I actually think that? No. Okay, I'm not psychotic, crazies. All right, but it's a reason why I love Unmatched. Captain Crockpot. So I love Unmatched because this started my journey as Captain Crockpot on YouTube. I would not be Captain Crockpot on YouTube without Unmatched. And this has been super fun, and it's absolutely, I love it. I would not do this if I did not love it. So it's a blast. So I get to be Captain Crockpot. I was Captain Crockpot beforehand, but I wasn't Captain Crockpot, the YouTuber. So if that makes sense. All right, I can't wait to play with Levi. That is a reason why I love Unmatched. I literally will just, like, when he runs by and stuff, and I'm playing Unmatched, I'm like, oh dude, one day, buddy, like, it's coming, like 6 years from now. It's cool to know, like, I will be playing Unmatched 6 years from now. That's really interesting. That this game has those kinds of legs, that has that longevity, and it won't just fizzle out like a lot of games will. So I'm excited to play with my son. He is going to freaking love it. In-person tournaments. If you have not gotten a chance to do an in-person tournament, do it. Another reason why I love Unmatched, in-person tournaments are a blast. I have not competed in one, and actually competed in one that was competitive. I have only played in my own ones that I've organized. I would love to compete in an actual competitive one in person. That would be super fun. And I'm sure they do like Gen Con and that kind of stuff. One day I'll make it to Gen Con for sure. But I like to host them. I like to host them, organize them, run them, help people out. It's just super fun. Making tier lists. I'm a big fan, guys. Big fan of making tier lists. And as you can see, we're doing a top 100 right now. And it's fun to think about where things lie and okay, do I like this one more than this one? This what big fan. That's the reason why I love Unmatched. Theory crafting for new fighters is another reason why I love Unmatched. So this is like when Tomoe came out, okay? Tomoe came out. I went to bed and was like, just thinking, like brainstorming in my head, like not like because it was like, oh, I need to do this. It was like, oh man, what are the possibilities with her ability? What maps would maximize her the damage that you could put out with her ability, and where could you stand if you like just like going through all these stuff and like, okay, what if you played this card and this guys, it's so fun to do that. If you love Unmatched like me, you're probably doing that. But theory crafting for new fighters, super fun. Strategizing which maps are best for new fighters. Okay, that means I just talked about that basically, but like it's so fun to like think of, okay, the different fighters and I did this with Spider-Man a lot. Like, how can Spider-Man win? That's another one coming up. Dang, I don't want to keep ruining things. This my train of consciousness is like it's just how it flows. I don't want to ruin that one. So, but yeah, use it to my one. So let me go back then. Let's go back to thinking about that last one I just did. Theory crafting for new fighters. So, I bet that thought was more so about like when I was strategizing with O-Town about slings and arrows. Like, okay, what are we gonna do with that? What do we think with that? That might be what it was. And what fighters are gonna do what things? Maybe not. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry if I mess this thing up. Theorizing which fighters are good or bad into new fighters. So thinking through this, like strategically, you're playing like when I'm in bed, I have like almost insomnia. Okay, I take melatonin, I do sleep machine, I do a sleep mask, I'm doing a whole 9 yards, and I'll still just be laying there, and my brain's just like computing, and I'm going through like, oh, that'd be good. Oh, that'd be good. Like, oh, who would this fighter be good into? Could they beat this person? Oh, yeah. Especially on this map. And okay, what about this? What about this? Oh, but that card and this card. Okay. And I'm like playing through matches in my head, basically. I love doing that. It's a blast. Now, I don't get a good sleep, but I still love doing it. All right. Here are some things that are easy to talk about and easy to explain. Another reason why I love Unmatched is auto damage. The feeling of getting that auto damage is great, especially if you threw the auto damage card into like a big blocker, like a 5, and you're like, okay, well mine's a 1, but you're taking 4 damage. Like there's like really cool stuff like that. Auto damage is a really fun mechanic in the game. It's not busted, and it's well balanced. And certain fighters have it, certain fighters don't. And so auto damage is really fun. Healing is another thing that I just love about Unmatched. I don't know why, but it's just a personality thing maybe, but I love it when you can recover health that you've lost. Like, it makes it feel like, okay, I've negated what you did, basically bringing my health total to a higher number. Like, that's just a really good feeling. And the fighters that do that, I'm thinking of like, we have Spider-Man, Sattler, Dracula. Who else has like pretty good healing? Little Red. When healing is so fun. It is just a fun thing to do. A Winter Soldier infinitely, potentially. Just very fun to do. We got a comment. What's up? Slings and arrows. It's top tier for theory crafting with all the unique abilities. Yes. Yeah, it's going to be... Exactly. It's going to be... when that set comes out, my brain will not turn off for a solid week, at least. I will not get sleep. You guys, you'll see it. It's going to be a nightmare, but also so fun. All right. That was from Orc Martin, not Oak Martin. Taking your cards as Black Panther. Guys, this is a reason why I love Unmatched. I love to take your cards as Black Panther and then use them for myself. Or just hoard them and keep them so you can't use them, and now I've got a little leg up in fatigue. Such a fun feeling. Going infinite is another reason why I love Unmatched. I love going infinite, and you can do this, of course, most easily as Daredevil and Winter Soldier. But you can also go infinite as well, you can't really go infinite. Those are the infinites. There's a lot of recursion though that you can do with other fighters and do some fun, really fun, interesting things. Okay, so another reason why I love Unmatched is that point in the game when you know that you have won the game. And you're playing, right? And maybe there feels like there's a lot of game left, but you know that you just locked in the W because they have this and they can't do this. And they would need to do this to win and they can't do it. Or you know that they can't block for this and you've got that. Like, that's fun to know that feeling of knowing that you won the game. The first time that someone realizes they are hard countered. It's very funny. It's funny to play a game. It's frustrating. It's so frustrating, but it's the reason why I love Unmatched is you're playing Unmatched, right? And your opponent is like, let's say that they're, I don't know, they're Wukong, okay, and you're Daredevil, and they're like, and like you've played half the game, right? And they're like playing it normally because they don't understand the game yet fully. And then you do the thing, and then they're like, okay, and then it just keeps going. And maybe they get you like low in health, but you just keep going, and they're like, wait, so I can't stop you from doing this? And you're like, nope. Like that moment when they're like, what? Like, this is stupid. And they start losing their mind. It's hilarious. Especially if you've warned them beforehand. Like you said, listen, I like we can play this matchup, but I would not recommend it. Like, no, I want to do it anyways. Okay. It's very fun. It's the reason why I love Unmatched. Okay, so small but meaningful eureka moments are another reason why I love Unmatched. So what I mean by that is like this can happen like late in your Unmatched journey, and it'll continue happening because there are little things that you won't like think about, right? It doesn't click until you see it, or until and someone explains it to you maybe. For me, it happened with when we found out that Winter Soldier could do when he used the tokens, they couldn't be canceled. Okay, I was like, well, that's really cool. And then I was like, wait a second, if that's what that means Sherlock has the same thing. And everyone's like, yeah, I didn't know that for such a long time. So when I was like, wait a second, oh my goodness, it started opening up all these different map options. I was like, oh, that means Sherlock would be good on this map and this map. I had no memory of that, guys. I did not know that. I'd never encountered it or seen it. So that little eureka moment was so fun. The same with Tomoe. I didn't know that she could bounce people. Like if she's got two spaces, she can go, 1 damage, 1 damage, 1 damage if they're two different zones. I was like, when I found that out, it was such like and it just it just opens up the portal of I've got to now start theorizing about all these different maps. Which maps have those things? And so fun. All right. Another reason I love Unmatched. Winning a game that you should have lost. When you can pull out that W and you shouldn't have been able to, guys, it feels so good. It feels so good. Especially, which leads to my next point. My next reason, another reason why I love Unmatched is beating a top level player. When you can beat a top level player, especially when you're not supposed to win that game, that's so fun, guys. And top level player, I'm talking like the people that are at the top of the tournaments all the time, who've got a couple belts under their stuff, like a couple championships under their belt, not belts under their stuff. When you beat them, it's fun, guys. It's so fun because they're so good, and it's like, oh, cool, I've earned it. I've done whatever, right? That's super fun. Another reason why I love Unmatched. Another reason why I love him. I'm gonna get a little sip real quick. Another reason why I love Unmatched. Drafting and assigning for Team League. So I do this as the captain for the team. I get to draft and assign, and it's a really fun thing to do. And I talk with my team. We strategize. We're talking about what do they want and that kind of stuff, and it's super fun. It's really fun though to pick the fighters and then like strategize where they're gonna go. It's a very unique thing. You only know it if you play in Team League, and you only know about the drafting if you're doing it. So but highly recommend it. Very fun. Coaching the Average Joes is another reason why I love Unmatched. It is a blast to get to talk. It feels like you're a coach. It's really fun. Like, I've always wanted to be a coach, like an actual coach, for NFL, for football. But this is the closest that I'll ever get, most likely. So I'll take it. Because I got a team, and I'm subbing out players, and we're giving pep talks, and we're there cheering in their corner. And after a game, like, we're doing a call, and like, okay, break down your win. Like, how was it? And like, they're talking like, okay, I threw this card and like this, and then I thought I was gonna lose, but then I topped it. It's like, what? Like, guys, super fun. Okay, Average Joes, keep them on your radar. All right, Average Joes, we're not here to mess around. We're for real. You better watch out, Globo Gym. You better watch out. We're coming for it. All right. Next one. The next reason why I love Unmatched. It can be portable. I know a lot of you guys. I keep saying I keep forgetting to show you guys my setup. I just need to do it one day. One day when I'm like, hey guys, what should I stream? Let me know. Hey Monty, good to see you. I have not mailed your thing yet. There was a death in, not the family, but very close family friend died, and so we are not in home. We are gone. We are here for the memorial, but I will be getting you your package momentarily. Congratulations on winning still, but I cannot get it to you yet. So Unmatched can be portable. My set is very portable. It's as portable as it can be for having all the fighters in a single container, and all the maps in a single container, and all the minis in a single container. I have everything in one box, one giant Pelican case. And I can't wait to show you guys one day. Next reason why I love Unmatched. Okay, these next things, guys, I'm going to do some shout outs here. These are different content creators that have reasons why I love Unmatched. To the Tabletop, Poindexter, and I'm probably going to miss somebody, guys. I apologize, but To the Tabletop, I've played a good amount of games with Poindexter, and we've always had a good time talking and having fun playing games. And he puts out content. Go check out his channel. He's the reason why I love Unmatched. Unmatched fan on Instagram, guys. Taytertots. Go check him out. And I appreciate his shout out he gave for me for my channel. That was really cool. But yeah, go check him out. He puts a lot of stuff out, a lot of funny videos, really, really funny videos that you can connect with. It makes fun. Darkblade on Twitch streaming. Darkblade is like the workhorse. He's the powerhouse of Unmatched, of the community for competitive scene and for doing everything Twitch, for streaming all the games. He literally does. I want to say he streams every single game. Like it's that level of streaming. So massive figure in the community, and he's on Twitch. So go find Darkblade on Twitch. I think it's like Darkblade113, I believe. And I've got some more coming up in a bit, but I'm going off of my train of thought, right? So next one is stream commentary. Another reason why I love Unmatched, stream commentary is very fun. It's hilarious, and it gives you like a perspective that you may have not gotten before, may not have understood. They might break down some concepts for you, which is cool. They explain certain things, and then it's also very fun. It's very funny to listen to, and it's good. It's just high quality stuff. The next one. So Zero Skater and Chad do Matchup of the Month. This is on Zero Skater's channel. And Matchup of the Month is something I love, look forward to it. And I'm sure you guys do too. And he breaks down one fighter versus one fighter and what the interactions are. And highly recommend that video series. Very, very good. Baked Goods used to do Meta Mondays. That was a big thing I looked forward to. And then he used to do, and I think he's going to start doing these again, but he does strategy videos. So Meta Mondays, and that was like breaking down like the ladder season and stuff, and it was always fun. And then his strategy videos, he has some really good strategic breakdowns of the fighters, and that was his videos and Zero's videos were the reasons why I jumped into Unmatched. Like as soon as I got into, I was like, okay, this is a cool game. How can I I want to play this like competitively. Like how do I get better at it? And I started just watching all of his videos and all of Zero's. I'm like, oh, this makes so much sense. It was cool. Zero Skater. Another reason why I love the Unmatched is Zero Skater's knowledge and experience and success rate. So the fact that he wins so much as he does, and he knows so much about it, like that tells us that one, this is a skill game, okay? Because if he didn't win a lot, then it wouldn't be a skill game. So the fact that he wins so much tells us it is a skill game, and it is, it's achievable. Like it's possible, right? You can be as good as him if you put in the time, if you understand the game as much as he does, if you can like position as well, and you can do this and this and this, then you can be as good as Zero Skater. So it's cool that it's like that it shows it's definitely a skill game, and it's also it's achievable. Making content for the channel. So I love making content for my channel. I already talked about the channel itself and being able to do it because of Unmatched, but I really enjoy making content for this channel and putting stuff out that you guys are appreciating, enjoying, and just a blast. And that's the reason why I love Unmatched. Chad's puzzles. Another reason why I love Unmatched. So Chad, Unmatched Chad, puts out videos, and his are these little puzzles that are like okay, you have this card and this card left, like, and these fighters and like this much health, and how can this person win the game? And you got to think through, okay, how can they do it? Really cool stuff. It's very interesting. And another reason why I love Unmatched. He didn't do it today. It would have been great if he did it today for this. But Mitosis being first to every Unmatched stream is one of the reasons why I love Unmatched. It's very funny that he is just always there, always. Historically Unmatched, Angel Cake. So Angel Cake started a new series. It's called Historically Unmatched. Go check it out. It's great. And that is the reason why I love Unmatched. It's a fun new little perspective where we get to learn things about these fighters that we enjoy. Maneuverman. Maneuverman, his 2v2 love. So Maneuverman has a channel. Also, guys, check him out. And he's really funny, and he is absolutely in love with 2v2. And so I'm pretty sure, it's been a while, guys. It's been a long journey, but I'm pretty sure that's how we started like talking and hanging out was playing 2v2s together. I can't remember, but Maneuverman was also a huge help to me getting my channel started. If you guys watch the first streams, like my first streams were so bad, guys. But huge help to huge thanks to Maneuverman, helping me out, get it started. And then Angel Cake, Mitosis, they all helped me as well. Darkblade was helpful. I think Zero helped out a little bit. But they just helped me getting started. I think Poindexter might have helped. Starting a channel, guys, is daunting. Let me tell you that. But there was a lot of help. So thank you guys for that. Another reason why I love Unmatched, the 2v2 tournament. 2v2 tournament, my teammate, Animal, little expressionless Animal, we have crushed it. And I don't know if the tournament has happened or is it happening or already I have no idea when the next 2v2 tournament is. Please message me, guys, if I missed it or if it's about to happen. I need to sign up. I want to do it. But it's super fun. It's a blast. Okay, so the next reason why I love Unmatched. This is a specific one. This is stealing one game from Prospero and Wandering Caretaker, my first tourney. So right when I came into Unmatched, the competitive scene, there was like the tournament starting up. I signed up, got into it, and I definitely was not very good at Unmatched, but I was like, the thing that I understood about it, I was pretty good at, right? I didn't understand everything. I didn't even understand like what to do if I had 6 cards in my hand, or I had no idea about that stuff. But I knew some things sort of well. And so I played against Prospero, who was a champion and then Wandering Caretaker, who I believe was also a champion. I can't remember, but both very, very high-level players. And I got one win from my 3 games with each of them, and that was super cool, super awesome. I won as Medusa versus Yenenga, and I won as Yenenga versus Medusa. So that was pretty cool. So that was like the matchup that I was good at, I guess. I don't know. Finishing top 16 in the World of Champions. Pretty sure I finished top 16. It's been a while now, but I'm pretty sure I finished 16, and it was like I was number 16 or something like that, top 16. It was really fun. It was awesome. At least made it to the top. Did I make? I won the 32. Was I playing for the top 16? I can't remember. But that was a joy. It was a highlight. Let me know, guys, if you remember when I finished. I don't remember. In my mind, I was like in the top 16, but was I in top 16 or was I just playing for the top 16? I think I lost to Bjorn. I can't remember. Anyways, all right. So seeing another reason why I love Unmatched is seeing O-Town's Unmatched arc. And if you have been on the channel for a while, you know what I'm talking about, because I used to mop the floor with O-Town. Like, it wasn't hard at all. It wasn't. He just didn't understand the game well enough, right? He was doing stupid things, and so I could beat him like nothing. And I love that I don't do that anymore. I love that he has gotten so good, much better, way better than he was, to where he beats me, and it's actually a battle. So I love that. I love seeing his growth in that, and that's like he's going from, like, you know, earlier I said easy to learn, difficult to master, and he's on that journey, and he's getting close to that mastership. Playing 4 and 3 player in person with Greg's and HH and O. So yeah, another reason why I love Unmatched is playing with Greg's, Holy Hands, O-Town in our 4-player games. It's just a blast. It's fun. It's super light, casual, and we laugh the entire time. Another reason why I love Unmatched, getting my sets painted. Having the gray minis is great. Okay, it's great. And if that's all you have, it's perfect. You don't need to do anything different. Don't even worry about it. But hi. What? Oh. Getting the sets painted, guys. BattlebrushPaints.com. Go to BattlebrushPaints.com. Okay, he will paint your sets for you, and he is incredible. He's great. And Powder Keg Meg, if you find her, let me know, because I'm worried about her. Yeah. Okay. It's just it's like a running joke, but it's also serious. It's funny. But yeah, getting the sets painted, guys. It's so cool to have that, to get them back and just have them beautifully crafted for each game you play. Thematic abilities is another reason why I love Unmatched. So Dracula biting you for 1 damage, getting a card. Thematic, love it. The T-Rex having to draw cards, like being exhausted, that feels cool. It's really cool. And I don't know if it's super thematic, but it feels really good. And it's like, okay, I've got to go now really aggro, which because of that, it's super thematic. Houdini teleporting around the map because he can like sneak around. That's really cool. That's thematic. I don't know, guys. There are so many good ones. Spidey Sense is so thematic for Spider-Man. I actually listed probably some of the worst thematic ones, honestly. There are way better, more thematic abilities, but you get what I'm saying, right? Bigfoot, if he's not in someone's zone, then he can draw a card because he doesn't want to be seen. That's thematic. They're all thematic, and they're all so good. Another reason why I love Unmatched is Tales to Amaze coming out and enabling solo and co-op. Before Tales to Amaze, we didn't have solo, we didn't have co-op. And I think a lot of us brainstormed and tried to come up with it ourselves. I tried to do it, and I was like, this wouldn't be very fun because it doesn't work, because the cards, what are you gonna do? You can have an attack deck and a defense deck. It doesn't really work. What do you do with the schemes? What about the versatiles? So didn't really work. And then Tales from Ace came out and it was like, here you go, here's the answer. Now you can play solo, which I don't do, but a lot of people do. And you can play co-op, which is really good when someone doesn't want to play against you, because a lot of people are like, wait, how much have you played? Oh, and how good are you? And you own all the sets and you've been playing for so long, and if they're competitive, they don't want to play against you because they're like, well, I don't know anything, so why would I want to play against you? I just lose. You're like, well, it's fine. I'll just play as like a really bad fighter. You play as a really good one, and then you still win. And they're like, why do we do that? People like that can't handle that, bring them into co-op. Okay, they get to learn the game. It's really fun. It's really casual, and they can understand the game better. And they get into the hobby, and then they can get over that. Then they can start playing against you and like learning more. Baked goods, hydrate. Excuse me. Another reason why I love Unmatched. Hell's Kitchen. Specifically Hell's Kitchen for the items. The one that you get to put the card from your discard pile back in your hand. I love that. That's so fun. It's such a good thing to have. And it's a blast to have. And then the one where you can attack from any space. Very, very cool. So Hell's Kitchen is awesome, and I love it. Sanctum Sanctorum. That token where you get to draw a scheme from your deck and play it. Black Panther, Bloody Mary. Like, there's a lot of fighters that just love that card. And Genie. It's awesome. Very, very fun to have. And it totally changes the game. Hanging Gardens with the +1 on their attacks when you're at high ground. It's so fun. Oh, that's another gimmick that could have been added to the previous one I said. Hanging Gardens is one of the most fun maps, and it's just so interesting because every attack you have has the potential to be one better, and that's really cool. +2 tokens. Just the existence of a +2 token is awesome. When you get to make a 2 into a 4, or a 6 into an 8, or an 8 into a 10, like if with a Spider-Man double bop bop and then bop bop. Like, guys, it's so fun to do that. It's beautiful. Slushy Town, Navy Pier with a slushy, healing for 3. It's incredible. It's so fun. Another reason why I love Unmatched. Another reason why I love Unmatched. Houdini's boosting. So this is like something like, I didn't go through all these fighters, right? I didn't like list out all these fighters, but taking cards as Black Panther is a very unique thing. Houdini boosting and doing his boosting effects is only a Houdini thing, and it's very unique. And it just feels so good. It feels so good when you get to do it, and it's very cool. It's a great way that the game was changed in a little bit. Oh, wrong one. Oh boy, not like this. Okay, completing Black Widow missions is another reason why I love Unmatched. It's like a side game. It's a mini game that you're playing that's different than everybody else, and it's very versatile. It's there's so many different options. How you do it, it's an entirely different thing. It's like all these different things that make the game more expansive are good for the game, and they're fun, and they're something that you get to mentally tackle and like brainstorm about and through. Okay, man, this is a long list, guys. Top 100 is a big list. You're seeing why I didn't order these. Okay, I hope you're realizing this is why I didn't order them, because it's like, how could you do it? Another reason why I love Unmatched is top decking what you need, especially if you're gonna lose the game if you don't get it. Okay. Now, more often than not, I don't know why, but I don't hit that card that I really need to win the game. But when you do hit that card that you need to win the game, it is incredible. It's like, guys, if I don't pull this, if I don't top deck my 6, I lose. Boom, 6, you drop that thing down. Feels awesome. Feels so good. Okay. The Discord server. Another reason why I love Unmatched is the Discord server. Just how friendly it is. You got a place that everybody can come together. There's news. Suzanne's dropping, hints or news or whatever. Justin's on there. You've got Gary, you've got Frank, all these people that are putting time in and making this thing work. There's the UM League Discord server, and then there's the Restoration Games Discord server. I am heavily primarily on the UM League Discord server, but I do post all my stream stuff to the other one. And there's the different channels, so if you want to play this or this or this, like, you got different options. It's very cool. Playing, another reason why I love Unmatched is that you can play casual, you can play competitive, or somewhere in between. You don't, like, sometimes you just want to play Unmatched, and it's like, okay, I don't want to, like, have to think too hard, but I want to play, and so you're like, okay, and you can, like, you just talk it through with your opponent, and you're like, okay, let's do this then. You can choose based on, do I want to do a ladder? Do I want to do a friendly? Do I want to playtest a certain matchup? Do I want to playtest on a certain map? Do I want to randomize the fighters? Do I want to... It's all up to you, and it's a great reason for Unmatched. The reason why I love it. Another reason why I love Unmatched is predicting what my opponent is going to play. It's a blast to... It's so fun to, like, just to be at the level of competitive play that we're at, where we can just be like, all right, that's the next one. So predicting what my opponent's going to play is, like, okay, you're going to throw this. I think you're going to throw this 2 here. Boom, and it's a 2. And, oh, I bet you're going to throw a regroup because you think I'm going to throw this. Boom. It's very fun to predict what your opponent's going to play. And being able to know the most optimal thing most of the time. So, again, at the competitive level that we are at in Unmatched, we can know the most optimal thing most of the time. So now there's so many. I say most of the time because we're not. I don't know. We're not Einstein. We're not Einstein, okay? But we can know, okay, this should be a feint here because of this, and all right, they should move here because of me being here, and so therefore, if I do this, then this and this and this. Like, it's fun to know that there are parts of the game that this is the most optimal thing, and so let me plan for that. And anything other than the most optimal thing, I'm happy with. Or vice versa, like, or it's like it's all good. Just being able to have those moments where you know the optimal thing, it's really, really enjoyable. Another reason why I love Unmatched, random discard feeling. So when you drop that random discard, it's so good. In my brain right now, I can't remember if She-Hulk's is Omega randomly discard 2 cards? No. Or is it just your opponent discards 2 cards? I can't imagine it being randomly discard 2 cards, but is it? Anyways, random discard, guys, is so fun. It's so fun because you have a chance to hit any one of their cards. And especially if you've timed it right where they're at low hand count, you've got a better chance of hitting one of their cards. And especially if they're a certain fighter that wants to save their big cards. Like, let's say that it's Sinbad, and you're halfway through the game, and they've got 2 cards left somehow, being Sinbad, I don't know how that's possible. And you know that their Voyage Home is probably one of those cards, and you get a 50-50, so you attack them with the random discard, you get the random discard, you hit it. That feels so good. And it even feels good not discarding, like, something that you need. Just discarding anything. Like, what did I get? It's like, what did I get? Oh, cool, I got that. Awesome. Hey, buddy. Yeah, you can play with that. Another reason why I love Unmatched is the fatigue damage when empty. So this game is comparable to what's that? Magic the Gathering, right? It's that same kind of idea where you're playing cards and you're doing things and blah 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 blah. But that game can go infinite. And what I love about this game is, unlike those games, it has a set limit, which makes it so that the play times are lower. But also it's a whole nother win con. When that deck hits empty, when it hits 0, you're going to start taking fatigue damage. Or your opponent will for their deck being empty. That's an entirely new mechanic, and it's so good, and it works so well in Unmatched. Another reason why I love Unmatched. Oh, guys, look at this. We're in the final stretch, the home stretch. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left. If that's 100, that's 99. Okay, that would work. Cool. So, my 90-second reason. My 90-second reason is having different sidekick quantities and health. The fact that you can have a solo fighter, or a fighter and a sidekick with multiple health, or a fighter and 2 sidekicks with multiple health, Oda, or a fighter and 4 sidekicks with 2 health, or 2 sidekicks with 2 health, or 4 sidekicks with 1 health, or 3 sidekicks with 1 health. Like, the fact that you have all those different options, it changes everything. It changes the way you play the game. It changes the way you have to think through it, and how each fighter is going to play. It's another way that it adds massive replayability to the game. Another reason why I love Unmatched is using sidekicks well for damage, body blocking, threat. So it's so fun to be able to position behind Daisy in a corridor, or position Daisy behind your hero in a corridor, Jill, or Patroclus, put Pat out there and like you're behind him, or there's so many options. You have 4 huntsmen or outlaws. Let's put the 4 outlaws out there and make them. There's so many choices that you have with positioning, with dealing damage, with just threatening, just covering the board and having a presence on the board. That it's just another reason why I love Unmatched. Another reason why I love Unmatched. This is the 90. What did I say it was? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 90. This is so 6 left, so 4. 94th reason. The 94th reason why I love Unmatched is it creates interest in content that you may not have had before. Teen Spirit, didn't care about Teen Spirit. When the set came out, I now cared slightly about Teen Spirit. I was like, okay, I now will watch that Miss Marvel show that I didn't want to watch. And the Tales to Amaze set comes out. You're like, oh, who are these people? Who is Golden Bat? Who is Jill Trent? Who's Annie Christmas? What about Nikola Tesla? Like, there's all these things that you now can care about slightly, a little bit more than you did before, because these sets are out. And that's really fun, and I love that about Unmatched. The 95th reason why I love Unmatched is figuring out how to beat the OP fighters. So, how do you win against Elektra? What do we do? How do we beat Elektra? How do you beat Sherlock Holmes? How do you beat Yenenga and Doctor Strange, Medusa? Like, what are the ways to beat them? And that's fun. It's fun to brainstorm through that. Which fighters go best into them? What's the best way to do it? Do I go fatigue? Do I go aggro? What map should I go to? Do I want to go first or second? The 94th reason, going backwards. The 96th reason why I love Unmatched is trying to find ways to make C tier and lower fighters competitively viable through maps, playstyle, matchups. It's fun to try to take Spider-Man and win games with him. I love playing as Spider-Man because they're not easy. And it's like, how can I pull this W out? What do I have to do to get it? How can I get this win with Bloody Mary? Because she's fun, but how can I get this win? So brainstorming those, playing those matchups, and figuring out how to make them viable is really fun. The 97th reason why I love Unmatched is new Unmatched set hype and anticipation. We have Slings and Arrows coming out. This is the most excited that the community's been for a set in a very long time. I'm very excited for the set. I can't wait for it. And just when they announced it, when they started revealing it, they've done a good job with the way they're trickling the information out. I think that's building a lot of hype and excitement. That's the reason why I love Unmatched. It's incredible. The 98th reason why I love Unmatched is unboxing your new set. When that set comes in, and you get to open it up. You see the box art, right? It's like, oh, this is beautiful. You pop that thing open. Ooh, the rules, they look cool. Maybe you skim through them, maybe you don't. You toss them to the side. Ooh, the tray. You've got your health dials. You pop those out. Maybe you build them, maybe you don't. You pop them to the side. Ooh, the minis are looking at you. They're sitting there. They're looking at you. The cards. It's so fun. And then you get to look through your cards. They feel so nice. It's the last time you're ever going to touch them without sleeves. And you're like, oh, this is so beautiful. And the card art, you're looking at the back. You're looking at the... It is incredible to unbox your new set. It's such a great feeling. And that's the reason why I love Unmatched. And the last and final 100th reason why I love Unmatched is the care that Restoration Game puts into the game. Resto obviously love what they're doing. They love the community, and they're putting out a high quality product, and they continue to put out a high quality product each and every time. And because of that, they have built an incredible company and community and a fan base that will continue to buy these games because they're so good. So we're going to keep getting these great games because of the quality that they're putting out, and they're going to keep putting quality into it because of because of us buying the games, and that could go on for forever until we get our final gigantic, massive Star Wars big box set like that. You have to like drive to Restoration Games to pick up because it's so big. Who knows? So guys, those are my top 100 reasons. Which ones did you agree with? Which ones did you disagree with? What things did I miss? Did I miss any? And I hope you understand and forgive why I didn't rate them, because it would be impossible to rate that list. And but I hope that maybe you also love Unmatched as much as I do, and that you are excited maybe a little bit more because of that video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Big shout out to my Crockpots. Again, we have Bromantic, Greg's, Vlasinski, 619 Sports, Chick Charney, O-Town, Shy Guy for Smash, and Matt Rod. Big shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. As always, this is your captain signing off. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys back at my house later.